Welcome to the Blessed Up in Sarasota podcast, hosted by Nadia and Bree, where we talk homes, lifestyle, faith, and coastal dreams.
Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Bree.
And I'm Nadia.
And we're
Your Christians in Real Estate. I'm so excited for this episode.
Yes, number 3.
Number 3.
Well, number 3 is biblical.
Oh, yes, it definitely is,
But
right?
we're not wrapping up. It's not complete.
Yes, yes. The Trinity.
Yes.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Love it.
Yeah, such a blessing to live by the Spirit.
For sure.
For sure. So what do you got today?
So we are going to talk about some golf for all our golf lovers out there.
Huh. Okay.
Have you ever played a full 18?
No. Never.
Have you ever played like a front 9?
No, I don't think so. I think I putsied around one time with my husband, but honestly, I got a little bit bored.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a little bit of a faster speed kind of game,
That's
I
fair.
guess. Yes.
It's a little different
Yes.
than pickleball.
Yes, I like pickleball. Pickleball, yes, running up and down the court, plus you get to laugh and you get to talk and do all of that.
Yeah.
Seems like golf, everybody's really quiet and
Focused.
focused. Focused. Okay.
But yeah, so there's so many amazing golf courses down here in Florida, in Lakewood Ranch and in Sarasota and all the surrounding areas. I'm going to start with Lakewood Ranch. So there are some semi-private courses here in Lakewood Ranch. It's developments, communities, and they're open to the public a little bit. And the semi-private one I'm going to highlight today is Lakewood National Golf Club. That one is a big one down here, and Arnold Palmer inspired the championship courses. So that's a little hot topic on that because Arnold Palmer is a big name in golf.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Have you been into that community?
I haven't driven around, but I've heard so many great things.
Yes. Lakewood National is really, it's a beautiful community. It's all sold out now, so there's no new construction in there. But they have resort style amenities, of course, and the HOA fees include the golf. So they have like restaurants, and the outdoor pool area is like you're staying in a hotel in the Caribbean kind of
I've
thing.
seen that. It has like a little waterfall accent.
Yes, they have spa services. You can go in your golf cart and get a haircut and never leave your community. So they have condos, they have estates and large scale homes. They also have the carriage homes, which is like 4 units in one building type of setup. So
Very cool.
It's a beautiful community.
Inside scoop on the community.
Yes.
Very pretty. We're going to talk about some private golf clubs in Lakewood Ranch. The Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club is always a highlight. People love that area. They love the 4 courses that they have. And it is right smack dab in the middle of Lakewood Ranch.
Right in the center. No better location.
Yeah.
Right off of University.
Yep.
So, yeah, very close to UTC, and you have from that location you actually, because I used to live and be a part of that country club. From that location you have 2 downtowns. You have the Main Street and the Waterside place, and the gym is state of the art when you belong to that country club.
Yes. So many amenities.
Yes.
So another one to highlight that is private here in Lakewood Ranch is the Ritz Carlton Members Club. That is definitely really well kept. People love the luxury atmosphere there, and yeah, can't go wrong with that either. People rave about that one.
Where is that one located?
That one's off of Lorraine.
Okay.
So if you're going up Lorraine north, like going towards the Wawa on 70, you'll see it on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Has very good curb appeal.
Yes, very beautiful.
Very pretty. So talking about Sarasota has some public courses. One to highlight is Tatum Ridge if you're looking for affordability. That is just a little bit south of Waterside, and There is a fee of $50 to $80 for 18 holes, which is great. So yeah, that's definitely one if you're on a budget or if you just want a casual play, you don't want to spend a bunch of money. Then we have Bobby Jones Golf Club.
Okay.
That is right near Cardinal Mooney. That's a big one. If you're driving up Fruitville Road, you'll see it on the right-hand side.
That's pretty much in the center of Sarasota.
Mm-hmm. Very central.
Close to downtown.
Yep.
Close to Lido Key. It's a good location.
It is, yeah. And then as for private, we personally were in the Founders Club recently, so I wanted to highlight that one.
Of course. Very exclusive. Very exclusive. And it's awesome if you live in the Founders Club because you don't really have to wait very much or get into lists and things like that. Some of the golf courses during the high season get very, very, very busy.
For
And
sure.
you have to get on waiting list.
People love the private aspect to it where you don't have to worry about the people of the public coming in.
And there's still some new construction in there. That's going to be mainly custom type homes. But there are a few builders that have a couple of already built homes there. So they're selling them as an inventory home. I think there's still, last time I looked, there might be a lot or two left.
I think so.
There's somebody who wants to buy a lot and build from scratch. Other than that, it's pretty much built out for the most part.
Very pretty. Very pretty neighborhood.
And prices there, ooh, I haven't looked recently, but usually you could find some things under 2 million. You could find some things in the 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. And, but probably on average, you're looking at 2 and above.
Yeah.
So
nice mature landscaping too.
Yes.
I know a lot of people love that aspect of it.
That's beautiful. And being off of Fruitville, you just go straight down Fruitville all the way down to downtown Sarasota and Lido Key. It's a straight shot, maybe
20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
So it's great.
For sure. So those are my golf highlights. And I probably missed a few. There's so many to choose from, but we can always circle back if we want to go over some more.
Yes. And there's, there's also another, I think it's called Sarasota National, which is like a sister to Lakewood National up in Lakewood Ranch. And that one's going to be on the south end of Sarasota, falling more into like where Venice begins. So it's technically Venice, but it's still called Sarasota National.
Okay.
And that's another beautiful, Lennar community with a golf course. And there's also another one in Welland Park, which is not too far from Sarasota National. So really, truly from all along the West Coast, there's just so many opportunities to have that kind of lifestyle.
For sure.
There's no time to be bored here in Sarasota. No time to be bored.
No, so many activities.
As a matter of fact, we have to schedule in downtime. We have to schedule in rest as opposed to the other way around, right?
It's really easy to get up and do something.
Yes. To be constantly on the go.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I love living here.
For sure. Me
too. So what do we have up next?
Well, talking about golf, there are so many communities that have golf integrated with their HOA fees. So we were going to talk about some of those.
Yes, and you know what comes to mind is Lennar, I don't want to say a monopoly, but that is their specialty. That is pretty much their specialty in the area of building these communities that have the integrated golf within the HOA. It makes it really seamless and very easy. And also those communities, they will feature, it almost becomes like a bubble because they'll have everything there for you. You can eat different types of restaurant, not just one restaurant, they'll have 2 or 3 restaurants within the community. They'll have all of your personal care services. Some even have like pet care services. So it can be pretty extensive. In Lennar right now, they have their latest community is called Calusa. And this is going to be off of the 64 on the north end of Lakewood Ranch, right behind where Star Farms is. And it's a huge, again, that's huge, absolutely huge. You can find some incredible deals there with closing costs, with lower interest rates paid by the builder. They do have inventory homes all ready for you to go. So you don't necessarily have to pick the lot and all your finishes and wait for something to be built. You can actually just pick from an array of multiple homes that are ready to go. And I will tell you that buying an inventory home is typically the very best deal that you can find in a new construction, because let's think about it, guys, right? When you build something and you want to sell it, you're going to make it marketable, very appealing. So most of the inventory homes, the designers will come in and they will pick all of the finishes at the design center and have it all done for you. And because they want to market this property and have it move, they're going to go the extra mile with some of those finishes and some of those details. And what happens too is that now, they're going to take this whole package, everything, and just give it one price, trim a little bit to get this price to be, okay, this is how we're going to go to market and be very attractive to our buyers. So typically you will get a much better deal and better finishes and more upgrades on an inventory home than if you go in to do a to-be built home. Also, the interest rate incentives and some of the closing cost incentives could be different for a inventory home than for a to-be built home. And it looks like Cha-Cha decided to start barking. She was our guest in our last episode, now wasn't she? And now we said, now, Cha-Cha, you cannot be in this episode. So she's over there. I think she's running a little rebellion.
Something's going on.
Something's going on.
Anyhow.
So yeah, so that's Calusa, the latest Lennar golf community in Lakewood Ranch. And I was looking in there, you can get condos. They have smaller 2-bedroom homes with a den. They have large estate homes. You can get in there. I think you looked it up. It was like $375,000 for a condo, right?
Yep.
So that would be a very entry level. They also have villas. So you have the side-by-side living. Those probably run somewhere in the fours to fives, between 400 and 500,000. And then you had some really well-appointed houses, about 2,400 square feet. You can get in there for about 850 or so. So there also be some other lower price points in that community, but definitely something for everybody. You can live that high-end luxury resort golf lifestyle and not have to break the bank necessarily. Again, you can go in entry level with a condo for $375. That's a great deal for that kind of lifestyle.
Very similar with Lakewood National too. They offer condos as well.
Yes.
If you wanted to live that kind of lifestyle and get in there, not breaking the bank.
Yes. And one thing about Calusa, that community, it borders the 64. So last episode we were talking about the beaches, and which ones were one of our favorite beaches is Anna Maria Island. And when you jump on the 64 and you head west, it'll be a straight shot into Anna Maria Island from that location. So again, very convenient, maybe about 30 minutes to the beach on a good day. Spring break, that could be a little bit different. We still have to get over the bridge.
The bridge is a little crazy. Sometimes.
It's a small bridge, but it can get a little crazy. So
that's the reason why it gets a little crazy.
Because it is small. We're talking about restaurants, which we're not talking about restaurants, but I'm going to mention it because how could I not? Right at the beginning of the bridge, as you cross over Anna Maria Island, is the Florida's restaurant. And that's a really cool place to visit if you haven't been there. It's huge. It looks like a huge tiki palapa type of vibe overlooking the water, and they have some great food and entertainment. So definitely a place to go see and enjoy.
Did you have a long wait when you went?
No, because the time that we went, we actually were part of the Freedom Boat Club, and we were taking a boat out from that marina, which is exactly where that restaurant is. So when we came back and we docked the boat, we all went and ate at the restaurant. And it so happened, I don't know, I think it was maybe like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock by the time that happened. So we just got right in.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. And summertime is actually a great time because we are much lighter on our traffic because a lot of people that came from the cold weather to enjoy warmth during the winter seasons, they've now gone back home.
They've flown back home.
Yes, to be with their families and
Yeah.
enjoy the weather that they now have there. So things
Yeah.
get a little bit lighter on the restaurant scenes and the beaches and all of those spots that we like to visit.
Lakewood Ranch is so mellow in the summer because there's not a bunch of tourists out here. So
that's another thing.
Yeah, you don't have the snowbirds in Lakewood Ranch. I mean, we love the snowbirds.
Yes, we do. We love you.
We love you. Yeah. But it's definitely lighter here, and when you go closer to siesta and stuff, you still see the tourists. So, I mean, you get a little bit of traffic with that, but overall, lighter.
Yes, absolutely lighter. And, and I want to set the record straight because, what's interesting? When I was going to move here in 2019, I was looking through the map and Realtor.com, and really Lakewood Ranch stood out to me as being the type of community that, I would like to live in. But the realtor that I was pointed towards, I contacted her and she really wanted to sway me away from Lakewood Ranch. She said, I don't like Lakewood Ranch, the traffic this, the this, the that. I really like the meadows. And I'm like,
Different
okay,
vibe.
totally different vibe.
Yeah.
And so we arrived in Florida and we came to Lakewood Ranch, and immediately to me, I felt this is the one place. And please keep in mind that we travel from the north end of Florida, all along the East Coast, all along the West Coast. We thought we were going to live in St. Augustine, but after going there, and St. Augustine is beautiful, but it's a very touristic and attractions type of town. And after seeing all of that, when we landed in Lakewood Ranch, it was the one place where I said, I can see us making a new life here. And not only for ourselves, but our son was about to graduate college in the west coast of the nation at that time, and thinking about what opportunities would he have to have employment or to further his education, because he wanted to go to law school. And when I looked at Lakewood Ranch, I saw so much opportunity because we all want to live close to our kids. And we also want our other daughter with the grandkids to come and visit. So I was factoring all of these things in. And when I looked at Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota and the beautiful beaches, the downtown and everything it has to offer, I knew that we would have to buy a 4-bedroom house because they would be coming to stay with us. And sure enough, I was right on the money, and they did. And now every year they come and they spend some summertime with us. And our son ended up graduating from University of Florida, and he now lives here in Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch.
Right up the street from you.
The plan worked perfectly. Perfectly. Yeah. Thank you to Lakewood Ranch.
Yes.
So listen, don't listen to everything out there. Come and see it for yourself before making any assumptions.
Yeah.
And, really take the comments about the traffic with a grain of salt, because it's really not that bad. Yeah. And mainly the traffic is getting to University Town Center, because that's where all the shopping is and all the restaurants and all the activities.
Yeah.
So the traffic tends to be congested through there during the holiday season. It's not all the time either. And it's also not like LA traffic. It's not nowhere to that kind of level. So it's just a little bit.
Yeah, I go there on the daily to run errands, go to the gym. So it's not really the end of the world.
Yes. Once you get out of UTC, which is actually outside of Lakewood Ranch, it's not even inside of Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah.
So to say that Lakewood Ranch has traffic, I would say that that's highly inaccurate.
It's just regular suburb type roads.
There's barely anything. I mean, we're constantly in the bubble, in and about, and I'm never stuck in any traffic within the bubble.
No.
The only
someone says they're late with traffic in Lakewood Ranch,
their excuse doesn't work.
They're lying.
It really does not work. So don't even believe that, please. So the only thing would be, again, Christmas.
Yeah.
At Christmas time around UTC, yes.
Yeah.
I can't get.
And 75 gets crazy.
75 can, because you have some people from Tampa working down in the Sarasota, Venice area. And also you have a lot of people, yeah, then they have to travel back to Tampa, and then vice versa. So the 75 can be busy, especially heading back north.
Yeah.
It
I
can
would
be
just
busy.
warn against 75. Like if you're coming down to take a job and you're like, oh, I just have to hop on the highway real quick and then I'm gonna get to my job and then I'll just hop back on the highway to get home and you get stuck in a bunch of traffic. This is me warning you.
Yes. And again, this is not like major city traffic. Okay, it's traffic, but this is not,
It's moving.
it's moving. It's still pretty much. We used to go to California a lot, and I used to have a really large business. We did a lot of business in California, so I spent a lot of time living there and getting on those freeways, and sometimes you'd be stuck for hours. And it's pretty much, it was nonstop. It didn't really matter where you lived. It was pretty much nonstop. If you got on the freeway, you were going to hit traffic.
That's
So
bad.
it is nowhere near like that here. Nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go into the Sarasota spill and we're going to talk about the weather today. Is a high of 93, low of 77, and the peak UV is 9.
Okay, that's not too bad, right?
No, not bad.
Good.
I mean, 9 UV is a little high. But
Okay.
use caution when you go outside. But other than that, the interest rate is remaining pretty steady right now. So we're still about 6.52 this week. And on top of that, we're going to go over month supply of inventory statistics for Sarasota. So basically, 0 to 3 months is a strong seller's market. 4 to 6 months is steady, and 6+ months is a buyer's market. And right now in Sarasota, we are at 6 months. So we are at a buyer's market. And last year in 2025, we were at 2.5 months.
Wow.
Rounding up.
Yeah.
So that is a little bit of a drastic difference because 2.5 months basically puts us in the strong seller's market.
Yes, that's where we were.
So we flip-flopped.
Not anymore. So buyers, if you want to buy a house, now is the time to do it.
You know the girls to head up.
Yes, absolutely. We're here to help you navigate that. And buying a home is arguably one of the most important purchases you will do in your life. And I know now that, people tend to move about every 5 to 7 years because life changes and we're constantly moving forward. But it is a big decision, and where you live is really important.
Yeah.
The community that you establish your family in will dictate the neighbors and the friendships and the people that you might spend some time in, especially if you live in a community where you have activities and a director that is planning the pickleballs and the meetups and different things like that. Those people are going to become friendships that might be a big part of your life. So definitely where we live has a huge impact on our families, on our own well-being and our own happiness, and our thriving, our faith. That's another big thing. And in our community, it's really cool because they do have a Bible study here. I actually helped start that. But yeah, I got so much going on in the ministry world. So now I believe it's Pastor Dennis still leads that Bible study at the community. So that's really, really cool to see that. And immediately, when we put in that interest to the bulletin board, people like, yes, I want to be a participant of this. So amazing. It's really amazing. You build really amazing friendships here. So selecting where you're going to live will have a big impact on your life. It's a big decision.
Yes. Well, talking about faith, we'll go over our blessed weekly word. Let you take it.
And our word is, since we're talking about golf so much, it really dawned on me this. I'm like, Bree, what are the parallels between scripture and golf? And what came to mind is really my favorite, and it's such a simple sentence in scripture. But in Hebrews 3, where it says, keep your thoughts fixed on Jesus. And some translations might say, keep your eyes fixed on Jesus too. But it made me think about golf because, when you're in the golf, you see a vision of where that hole may be and you want to get the ball, and that it might be a long range vision. It might be a short range vision. It might be right in front of you or underneath your nose. But it requires such a precise focus. where you're not allowing anything else to create distractions around you in order to get that ball where you want it to go, right? And it just parallels life in the sense that when we keep our thoughts fixed on Jesus and we don't allow all these other things, all these other voices, opinions, ideas to distract us, then we can stay on the right path. We can stay exactly where we need to be going. And that reminds me of golfing. Like,
That's
how
such
do
a
we
good
get
parallel?
It is, isn't it? Like, how do we get the ball into that hole? Well, you got to have your eyes fixed on that.
Yeah.
You've got to know how to get that in there with just the right amount of touch.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. You got to know what you keep your thoughts fixed on. And that is Jesus. He is the right path. He lights the way. He gives us truth. And he guides us in life in a way that we can experience the fullness of joy and peace. And even in the difficult circumstances, because life has difficult circumstances, right?
Yeah.
It's going to throw things at us. Absolutely, we're not exempt. But he has promised us that he will never leave us or forsake us. Yes. He is always there. But that said, we are blessed up in Sarasota to live here in this amazing community with so many amazing friends and people.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to share this with someone who could use a little faith or coastal inspiration today. Stay blessed up.
Blessed up.
Thanks for listening. Tune in every other Friday with Nadia and Bree. Until next